MAGAs regret voting for Trump. I don't give a fuck! You're a bunch of hateful, stupid idiots that deserve to lose your jobs and to deserve to be deported yourself.
Man, I can't believe I have to say this, but I'm no longer rocking with Trump. Dude, I was the first Gen Zer to support Trump. I definitely preferred him in 2016 and to some degree 2020. I was with Trump for 9 straight years, 2016 to today. I didn't vote for him in 2024, actually, thank God. But what happened between me and the employee who told me about the new policy change for giving free water, man, I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in Trump right now. We would have been way better off with JD Vance or Butch Ware or Candace Owens, but we got Trump, and we know Trump for who he is. He's a corporate shill. He's imposed tariffs. That's not a conservative move. That's not even a nationalist or imperialist move. That's worse than imperialist. It's a feudalist neocon move. And Trump, I hope you know better. I should have boycotted Starbucks in October of 2023, but I didn't because I was stupid as hell. Today, I'm going to sell my Trump stock, and I'm also going to be boycotting Starbucks moving forward.
Well, hell yeah, we're regretting our vote now. I mean, we didn't vote for Elon Musk. Did y'all even see that press conference in the Oval Office yesterday? I mean, what in the Brokeback Mountain was that? The press are completely ignoring him and directing all their questions towards Musk. And then what was up with his kid being there? I mean, what is this, my two dads? And the kid's just over there like picking his nose and wiping snot on the Resolute desk. Why would he let him do that? I've never seen such a submissive show from the President of the United States. I mean, come on. Here in Oklahoma, we like alpha males that take charge and stand up, not betas who sit there and let some South African guy dominate the entire press conference. Yeah, no, we are not happy one bit with this whole situation. I mean, frankly, it was embarrassing. Me and all my fellow Oklahomans were not impressed at all, and something needs to change because there is only one president of the United States, and it ain't Elon Musk.
I want to preface what you're about to see by noting I am not looking for sympathy or validation here. I was just expressing some remorse and some grief and some sorrow, because I think it can help a lot of people to kind of process through that. A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that. There are moments where I'm just overcome with grief and regret. Not anger, not rage, but just grief and regret over having voted for Trump in 2016. And I get that I've come a long way. I get all that. That doesn't take away those moments. It does not take away the regret, the guilt. I mean, I could work through it, and I do that regularly for a lot of different issues, not just who I voted for in 2016, but I just wanted to document this because this is one of those moments. I just saw the Kamala Harris ad talking about how she is the president for all the people and how Trump has a history of wanting to withhold aid from people who didn't vote for him. And I was responsible. I was partly responsible for putting him in office. I was part of that crowd. And that's something I'm going to have to live with. And I will. But there are moments like right now where that can be overwhelming.
Okay, guys, I'm incredibly overwhelmed with the day that this has been, from the planes flying from the U.S. to Guantanamo Bay, to the possible building of prisons in El Salvador, to the wanting to turn Palestine into beachfront property and resorts, finally to the hashtag leaving MAGA. It is all very emotionally draining, and it's probably a media tactic at this point because this is crazy. But yeah, let's just talk about hashtag leaving MAGA for a second. As much as do I want to hold empathy for you and say, oh, you were brainwashed and that really sucks? Yes. But there is a caveat. If you are leaving MAGA, or if you're switching from being a conservative vote, and when I'm saying conservative, I'm not talking old conservative, I'm talking this crazy, bigoted, hateful type of conservative, right? I really, I need you, if you're trying to deconstruct, I need you to really deconstruct, to really self-reflect and think, why am I here? Why did this one thing that this politician say really resonate with me? Because if you do not, I fear you might make the same mistake again. And again, I'm not justifying it, but y'all gotta work through it, because frankly, I'm very hopeful that in Canada we have a chance to elect somebody who is not going to completely strip away all human rights. But I fear that voting may not be on the table for America. And I don't know what to tell you, because he said voting might not be on the table for America. But I hope, if you're leaving MAGA, please deconstruct, read some books, try to understand different worldviews. Please. Thank you.
So you guys are leaving the guy. You're seeing how he is not for you and he is doing things to hurt you. Here's a little tip moving forward when it comes to dealing with other people that already knew he was going to be such an asshole. Number 1, y'all cheered about dragging us out of our house as liberals and hurting us in our front yard. Y'all remember that? We do. Y'all also cheered and said the J6 grape squads are getting out. And you would say that about women. And the shit y'all said about women, you men in that group, the shit y'all said to us. I have had so many disgusting things said to me in public by MAGA men, because I live in Central Arkansas. So, I live in an area that's a little more liberal, but y'all said some really terrible fucking shit. Y'all were bullies. And now you're being bullied and you want our help. You need to start apologizing to people you care about.
Yesterday, when I was waiting in line to check out, there were these women standing in front of me, and clearly they were not from this area, but they were talking about how all of these people were going to protests and that they were all going to the Capitol, and I think that's where they were actually headed while they were here in Arizona. But anyway, they were talking about it, and then they were talking about how hashtag leave MAGA or leaving MAGA, whatever it was trending. And I thought that was so funny, and because they're just sitting there in line talking about this. So then one of the women goes, well, unfortunately, if I was to hashtag leave MAGA, I would have to hashtag leave my husband. And I couldn't help myself. I very loudly went, and? She turns around and she looks at me and she takes a second and she's like, good point.
There is so much hate and hostility and resentment going on, and I see that this leaving MAGA trend is going on. So if you have left MAGA and left everything it stands for, what exactly was it that did it for you? In all fairness, I'm not trying to argue with people. I'm not going to argue with people in the comments, but I'm genuinely curious. What is it that finally made you switch?
So, I used to be a MAGA Republican. Let me just kind of explain why I jumped from MAGA over to Kamala Harris. So let me just kind of sit back and explain. It actually just happened recently. So let me just kind of back up. In 2016, I voted for Donald Trump. Why? Because I was afraid. I was scared of Clinton, and it worked. And all 4 years of Trump being in the office, I felt secured. I felt validated. And then after 2020, just like everyone else that's on that ship, I believed him. I genuinely believed that, our election was stolen. I believed that there was some mass conspiracy, and I genuinely felt the guy. I was like, whoa, if he's going to get prosecuted, I could be next. And that was the narrative and the thought process that I was being fed. I also was listening to a lot of outlets and a lot of voices that validated my concerns, and that was the things that, and I don't want to say I was unwilling to listen to any other debate, but I was always afraid to have a debate with somebody. And that was what it's been ever since before the 2016 election. It was at a point where I was afraid to talk about my political beliefs because I had seen my friends get attacked, like literally physically attacked, and had their personal lives attacked. They had people around them that were attacked just for having a simple difference of opinion than somebody else. And then another thing that I was afraid of, which was being promoted quite a bit, was that there was a lot of illegal immigrants that were coming across the border, and they're hurting people, they're doing damage, they're hurting this country, XYZ. And I'm like, and I've always been pro-immigration. I'd always been pro-immigration. I'm like, yeah, immigrants are what make this country amazing, because they bring the best parts of their culture and the way they think about things and make this country better, make this country great. And that was what I was a staunch supporter of. But the biggest thing was, again, the thing that drove me the most to continue to back him was fear. It was the fear of other. It was the fear of somebody coming to hurt me. It was the fear of somebody coming to hurt my family. It was somebody, that was wanting to take away my livelihood. It was also the fear of just using my voice in general to be afraid of talking about the things that were important to me, and to be afraid of even being knowledgeable about politics or anything like that. But what changed my mind this cycle, and I think this is probably very true for a lot of other Republicans, especially former MAGA Republicans like myself, former MAGA, was Kamala Harris. I don't know how it happened or why it happened, but she brought the joy of politics again. Like, she has given us the confidence to say with our chest, like, for me, I'm all about women's right to choose. Like, it goes beyond abortion. It goes down to just basic specialized care that women need, whereas men don't need. Mental health is another big thing that we all need to talk about too. Being able to find ways to, secure our border. Actually having a concise plan for your average American as far as the economy goes. Being able to say, hey, look, we're going to tax this group of people because they have too much money, and then it's going to boil down and help fund programs to help average everyday Americans. Those things right there made me say, you know what? I shouldn't be afraid anymore. I shouldn't. That's been the key ticket for Donald Trump and a lot of other Republicans who stay behind Trump, who are loyal to him. Their platform is fear, and it has been fear. Fear of other, fear of invaders, fear of people coming and hurting you, the fear of somebody coming and taking your rights away, the fear of, pushing the fear that if you don't vote for him, that you're going to be voting for some dictatorial type of government. And the policies that he has planned, the proposals that he has planned, are an overreaction to a supposed fear. And I keep using that word over and over again, but that's basically what the main reasons why was. I believed that we were doing better under Trump, back in 2016 through up to 2020. I felt that we were doing better, which was not true. He carried on a lot of the policies from Obama, and we are currently living under Trump's tax plan right now. Like currently, I didn't realize that until I actually dug a little deeper. But my point is that I switched because I felt happy. I felt good about it. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's finally have a discussion. Let's talk about things. Let's not be afraid anymore. Let's actually think about things. And, and like I keep saying in all my other videos, just keep letting him talk. And him talking was what drove me to say, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So anyway, wanted to give you guys insight. I was a former MAGA Republican. I was fervently behind Donald Trump, but as you can see from my last videos, that's clearly not the case. Please continue to have these respectful, honest, really, really respectful discussions. It really does mean a lot. Thank you guys. Keep going. Move forward.
So MAGAs are starting to leave. And it's, oh my God, all of this is just insane because they already made a choice, and I think it's a little bit too late to regret, or maybe too early, because we don't know how it's going to go. But I'm seeing videos, and some of them are still in their MAGA, like pro MAGA, and some are already like, okay, fuck this guy lied to us, this guy, made a lot of empty promises. But it's all crazy, But let's just say, I wouldn't say, I think brainwashed, but I don't know. But also most people would just do anything to keep the minority of the people out of the office. But I think that people are going to learn the hard way, because right now in America everything is crazy. The prices of groceries, the prices for everything is just building up and up and up to, at this point, like making it through the day, it's becoming like, oh my God, it's becoming crazy because the bills are getting high. And Trump has been in office for a couple of months, and nothing is changing, apart from deportation of the migrants and Elon Musk taking over the office. Like this, oh my God. But let's see how it goes. And for the MAGAs that are leaving, I would say welcome to the other side. But a lot of people don't care, And I just wish everybody luck. Like next time we better make like good decisions, because when you choose to go to the ballot and put that name down, when you elect a leader, just know that this person is going to carry the whole country. And if you put the wrong person in office, it's gonna be messy, not just for people that voted for him, but also for people that didn't. So when it comes to voting, people should put their mind open, like don't listen and don't do because other people are doing it, But yeah, this is great. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.